What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and we are back. We are back at it again with another daily trade review with not much to see here today. I actually had an appointment this morning, an inspection I had to get done, and only had about 20 minutes to trade this morning. So set up the trusty travel rig in the truck and took two trades this morning. Traded iTub and traded CVX. So let's go ahead. Let's get TRADERVUE pulled up. Take a look at the details and you will see just why I say it's not much here to see today. Reviewing trades for Thursday, October 20th. We took 3 trades. Closed P&L 725. And we were risking $50 on all of these trades. We were full size. We'll take a peek at these here inside of TRADERVUE, and then we'll look at them in Thinkorswim, and we're going to wrap this one up. Coming in, if you haven't already hit the like button, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. Definitely would help me out in these YouTube streets. But looking at iTub here in Thinkorswim, looks like it was a decent entry. We do have this top and tail right here that we was buying into, but I just like this setup. I like the picture that I was seeing right there. Let's see what the 1 minute looks like real quick. 1 minute, just getting in as just breaking all of this. A lot of times y'all hear me say I shouldn't be buying no high of day, but I just like that picture that it was showing. This hasn't calculated the stats yet, so we can't see how much we were up. But looking at that, I think that would have hit target. Let's look at CVX real quick. CVX, this was on a pullback. Yep, there it go right there. So we see CVX made a nice move off the open, pushed up a little higher. It pulled back and left a nice little bottom and tail here. Had a little indecision in that candle, but getting in right there. When this didn't break over this peak right here or even come up and retest it, I got out. Can't remember where the stop was at. So we're going to have to look at this in Thinkorswim to kind of get the numbers. But stop was here, we were stopping out. Stop was here, this would have made money. This one has calculated. Max unrealized against us, 22. Max unrealized gain, 1750. We took 100 shares, so this had a 50-cent stop. Had a 50-cent stop. Easy math. If we got in at 170.45, the stop would have been at about 169.95. So we'll look at that inside of Thinkorswim. Let's look at this last one. This last one I took when I finally got back to the main trading station. Took this one at 3 o'clock. Coming back to see if anything was moving during power hour. Took this off the higher time frames. This one was a little aggressive, to say the least. Because I don't even think it had broke VWAP, but I was getting in for this push back up because it had held right here. And it made a nice strong move right there. Getting in right here for a quick push. Never did give it. But yeah, we'll look at these on the actual Thinkorswim platform. So let's go ahead. Let's get over there. See what we looking at. And we'll start at the top. Why not? iTub. So this was iTub. This was lower price stock. I always say I need to stay away from these lower price stocks. And then I always go back to them. Got in this one at 938. Let's see. Let's turn the arrow on. 938. So we're getting in on that candle. Paid 572. Boom, we already right there. So I was just liking, I don't know, and I really don't know what I was liking about it, but getting in right there, 1,000 shares. So this had a 5-cent stop. So what's that? 567 was the stop. 567. So stop was way below low of the day. So gave this room all the way back down. We needed 10 cents out of it. This thing only went 4 cents. That right there tells me whether it would have hit target or not. That was the high today. So it went 4 cents. So it would have been up about 40 bucks. Would have been up about 40 bucks. And that was iTub. It just kind of just chopped along and finally started coming back down. But ended up getting out of it because I needed to get Ghost. And let's take a peek at the next one, CVX. Blow that up a little bit to help the eyes out. CVX, we got in at 952. So gonna be that candle. Pay 170.45. Right there. Up a little higher. Let's see what the high of this candle is. 170.41. So we're about 4 cents late on getting in there. But 100 shares. So we gave this a 50-cent stop. So that would have been down at 169.95. 169.95. Right there. Up, drop it. So definitely would have peekabooed and stopped us out. And then it just kept going. So good exit on that one. Again, I didn't want to stay in these while I was leaving. Let's see what the low of that is. 170.89. 170.90. Yep. So these right here, just peekabooing those people. Peekabooing them. Would have peekabooed me right along with them. Let's look at this last one. LRCX. LRCX. Man. Off the open, this made a nice little steady grinding move. And then it just come up on the 5. Again, when you see that right there, when this doesn't break a new high, that's the sign to get out the trade. That is the sign to get out the trade because this is headed back down. Look at what it did. Headed down, came down and tested this area right there. Man, you gotta love technical analysis. Tested that area, chopped along. I sat down about 255, turned everything back on. I dropped this line right here and it started getting to the higher side of the channel. So I'm like, okay, this might get interesting. So let's go ahead. Let's drop some arrows on here real quick. Got in this one at 302, 1502. It's going to be that candle right there. Paid 354.06. And again, like I said, this was a very aggressive entry. But only 6 shares. I'm going to just drop it right there. Or not 6 shares, only 10 shares. And like I said, I was playing this for a quick pop. Quick pop. 10 shares. That is, it's actually a $5 stop. It's a $5 stop. But I want to say I was only risking like $30 on this trade based on how the brackets were in the system. And we got out of this at 15.39. Basically, right when I turned OBS on and this was breaking below VWAP, I was like, nope, I'm going to go ahead and get out. Got out at 354.27. Right there. Right as it was coming back and breaking VWAP. And then look what it went on and did. Look at what it went on to do. But just didn't want to take the chance on it flushing back down. So live to trade again tomorrow. We'll live to trade again tomorrow. Basically made whatever the little fees are that Thinkorswim, or not Thinkorswim, but TD Ameritrade charges. And like I say, yeah, we'll live to fight again tomorrow. Live to hopefully make some money on Friday. It's been slow. October has been a very slow month, but it's been a green month, so that's the most important thing. If I could just keep my head above waters in these treacherous times where the market is just chopping along, I'm content with that. So, like I said, not much to see here today, but thanks as always for checking me out. If you haven't already hit that like button, I'm gonna ask one more time. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And of course, we can always continue the conversation in the comments. On my last video, someone asked if I read the tape while I'm trading, and I don't really. One thing that I do want us to do is go back to some of my older videos and just start seeing what was time and sales showing when I was getting in as well as getting out of videos. Usually when I'm taking a trade, I'm looking at price action, I'm looking at volume. And of course, I need a pattern. I should be getting in off of a pattern. So, price action, volume. Once that pattern triggers me in, and then to some extent I use level 2 on the ladder, because I don't want to be seeing a lot of sellers sitting on the ladder. Even there have been times where I see a lot of sellers on the ladder, no buyers on the ladder, and then a trade will just pop and explode. The buyers just hidden and come out of nowhere and they just take the stock up. So it's the one thing. You can always count on price action. You can always count on volume to be true. Level 2, people could spoof orders all the time. Somebody could put a 100,000 sell order out there knowing that they're not about to take that order, but it can kind of scare you out of your trade. Time and sales, you can count on time and sales because time and sales are actual buys and sales. But level 2 can kind of shake you around. But on that note, I'm gonna wrap this one up and we will be back at it again tomorrow to see how we close the week out. All right, peace.